Black, Educated, and Broke
is a weekly entertainment podcast
where we mix hip-hop,
headlines, and all things ATL
into the success of Black millennials
in the Black culture.
All righty, guys. This particular episode of Black, Educated, and Broke, it's going to be different, ain't it, Mike B?
Oh, yes. The old guy.
The old guy.
It's his birthday weekend. Oh, my God. And I can't seem to figure out how old he is.
Maya, like, who do you think Mike B is clearly talking about?
Who else? It's not Q, so it's got to be Ron.
And they call me old. Oh, my God.
you know. What it do?
Celebrating his Ron, happy early birthday, bro.
You did.
Thank you.
You know, we said on this particular episode of Black, Educated, and Broke, instead of talking about Independence Day or 4th of July, we were going to celebrate Ron's birthday instead, because that's a historic event, if I don't say so myself. Yes?
Historical.
Exactly. So, Ron, what you going to do this weekend, dog? And how old are you turning? The people want to know.
I don't know what I'm going to do. Honestly, I'm not even supposed to be in Georgia this weekend. I was planning on going to Vegas, but
you said that.
Corona hit and I got screwed. So now I don't know, man. I'm going to try to go anywhere the coronavirus ain't. Hopefully I can get to a cigar lounge, chill, have a couple drinks.
Coronavirus is everywhere, sir. It's everywhere.
What about, I thought Mike B, y'all was going to have a cookie out at your house or something. What happened to that?
Oh, my house is always wide open. But I limit people at the gate. I limit people at the gate. If you've been out in Corona, don't come to my house.
Right, Mike gonna have the little temperature gauge to put on your forehead to make sure you don't.
I've been watching Insta stories and everything, Randy.
Listen, I have been out, but you know what I've been liking? Like when I went out, what was that? Monday or Tuesday? Me and Shy went out Monday. That wasn't nobody up in there. It was like 4 of us two and 2 other people, but it was so cool. Like I was like, this actually isn't bad. Like we was just chilling, smoking hookah. So some places is really, really distant, and some places
that's good. That's good. Some places have been off the chain. I've already told some kinfolk, don't come this way.
Okay,
I ain't trying to go nowhere where it's packed, man. I just want to go somewhere low key, relax. I ain't trying to do too many people, man. I ain't trying to get sick. So
I know that's right.
Well, Ron, you kind of like ignored the other part of my question. You know what I'm saying? I had asked how old your ass was. I'm just saying.
I'll be 38, man. I'm proud of it.
Oh, okay.
Ron,
so is that a millennial? Is that Generation X? What generation?
Oh, you know what? He's not. He could have been millennial, but he's actually that Gen X.
I told you all that.
Oh my! This explains why you never agree with the shit me and Maya be on.
No, not at all. None of it.
Ron be judging us, Maya. We can't have no fun.
We can't be.
I'll be trying to look out.
Especially Maya. Maya can't do anything.
Keep y'all out of harm's way.
Maya can't even breathe funny.
Maya can't even breathe. She can't look at nobody. She can't even have company.
No.
I can't
Maya
even
leave the
breathe.
house. Maya leave the house is on and popping.
But you know what though? I'll be right. When I say stuff to Maya, it turn around and I'll be right.
Okay, relax. That was
Right.
Relax. You tooting your horn a little too much right now.
Well, no, Ron, that's one of the reasons, honestly, that I wanted you, of course, to be on our show, like, more permanent, because we got listeners from all audiences. We got our 20-year-olds listen, which Maya can maybe relate. We got some of our early 30-year-olds, which people can relate. And then we got, like, our late 30s. But it's okay, though, because, we got people. Look, Mike Big Daddy be listening, and I don't think he in his 30s. So
he is not. We got a pastor. We have a pastor. I got to give him a shout out. And he is almost 70. And I saw him a couple weeks ago, and he said, he got me nephew. He said, "Hey, nephew," and, that old player talking. I said, "What's going on?" He said, "Hey, man, y'all got a good show." I said, "Well, all right."
Hey, man,
that is
you be
great.
letting us cuss like that, and the pastor listening to us?
You ought to hear him cuss. But anyway,
Ain't that it?
Okay. First of all.
But no, really, honestly, though, like, Ron, but I'm really glad you're on there. Like, you bring a different type of vibe. And I personally wish I would be here to celebrate your birthday this weekend. But, Shad and I are going to the place that everybody's like, oh, my God. We're going to Florida, West Palm Beach, to be exact. And because we had already pre-planned this trip. And, we're going to do the best that we can. But if I was here, Ron, I would definitely turn the F up with you. Okay. So have drinks, cigars, smoke all the weed that you want. Just for at least one day, Ron. Just one day. Okay. For me. Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
He said he doing other stuff. He chopping it up.
So, hey, so Shad always talk about cream, right? So, like, you got you some weekend cream lined up, Ron?
Been going
He
through
does.
the phone
Look, he
trying to see what's
does.
happening.
It's
been
your
going through
birthday, so yeah, you got to be out, right?
Definitely been going through the phone trying to see what's happening, lining some things up.
Ain't nothing
He don't want to.
happening.
He don't want to get in trouble. He don't want to get
Ain't
in
nothing
trouble right now.
happening.
Oh,
Nothing.
Maya said no.
Ain't nothing happening.
Maya
Look at
said no.
It's nada. It's
Look
nada.
at her.
Well, I don't know, Maya, because people be listening and they like, some girls like Ron on the show.
Like
so.
I said, ain't nothing happening.
Appreciate that.
Well,
that.
for the ladies that are listening, okay, clearly little sis Maya they ain't feeling it, so just
He said-
DM Ron directly.
He said he's smoking his cigar and he's sitting out somewhere, and that's exactly
He's
what he's
sitting out all right, and somebody else gonna be
Maya ain't
sitting
gonna be
on
there.
what?
It's whatever.
Maya ain't gonna be there. First of all, Maya, listen, Maya, it's his birthday. Let him
And
have it. Let him have it. He's gonna have.
you got a
great
quarantine birthday. That
time.
means you by
Oh.
yourself in the house with your cigar.
Ron,
Hey,
because
man, but you know what? A lot of my friends got birthdays after me. They was like, man, if you don't make it, we know we ain't gonna make it. So ain't really no.
And you ain't made it.
July birthdays, they done dogged out June. They dogged
Yeah.
out May.
No, they came for
April.
April's neck. They came for April.
And you know May called it
I'm
because
not
then
letting
we had all the graduates sitting at the house too. But July just thought, they said, "Oh, we just gonna get it."
they did. They
No,
did.
sir.
No, sir.
Especially
Get
because
your ass at
No,
the
sir.
house.
Kip said state of emergency until August 11th. So
Yeah,
ain't
he was
nobody
gonna cut
nowhere.
that. But look, he said state of emergency. He's going on tour. He's going on a Georgia tour to encourage people to wear masks, sir.
Instead of mandated statewide,
Sir,
like
just
I don't
mandate
understand.
it in public. Just mandate it.
It's,
not
it's
that hard.
okay. It's okay. But
the
you know,
clear people.
But nevertheless, guys, like that's kind of part of what we're going to be talking about in this show about Georgia numbers, things that are going on all around. You know, it's going to be a well-rounded show. So, guys, we're going to go ahead and get into it. We're going to take a quick break because, you know, we got to get into our next big segment, which is going to be Melanin News. Mike is going to be talking about the fourth weekend, some things going on with primetime cable, all of that and more. So you don't want to miss it. So make sure you keep listening to us right here on Black, Educated, and Broke.
What you doing? What's popping? You ain't doing nothing. Turn on Black, Educated, and Broke right now.
Alrighty, guys, and we are back here on Black, Educated, and Broke, about to give you the news of the day in Black culture. That is our Melanin News. Mike B, what we got?
This is your Melanin News. Let's go to Chicago. 1,200 extra Chicago cops will be deployed over the July 4th weekend, said the Chicago police superintendent this past week. He says, quote, "We didn't do it last weekend and the Memorial weekend," end quote. A combined total of 111 people were shot those 2 weekends with 24 fatalities. The 1,200 started patrolling Thursday and will remain through Sunday. MSNBC talk show host Joy Reid is making headlines. Reports continue to surface that the longtime media personality will take over the primetime slot once hosted by Chris Matthews. As people wait for an official announcement, Reid will become the first Black woman to host her own show in cable news during prime time.
All right, now.
Reid currently hosts AM Joy on MSNBC since 2016. The Harvard grad is from Brooklyn, an established author, and she hosted the Reid Report on MSNBC from 2014 to 15. Now, this was interesting. From the news desk of Sybil Wilkes, coronavirus has swept across the country. Nearly 3 million cases, of course, nearly 130,000 deaths across the United States. Black Americans remain over 20% of those numbers, our elders being the most vulnerable. Nearly 19,000 positive cases have been confirmed among Black Americans in Maryland. However, one nursing home has not reported one single positive case. The Maryland Baptist Age Home in Baltimore. It's the oldest Black-owned and operated senior facility in the state. The facility director, the Reverend Dr. Derek DeWitt, implemented safety measures early in the pandemic before federal, local, and CDC restrictions were put in place. Visitors have been restricted, as well as vendors. They're stocked in personal protective equipment, asking employees to limit exposure away from work, eliminating community meals, and also creating activities and social alternatives for residents. The staff does not plan to loosen any restrictions. Big news for LeBron James, the NBA superstar and longtime business partner, Maverick Carter. They have raised $100 million to expand their media brand, Spring Hill. The company will include multiple divisions, including an athletic empowerment media and a consumer product called Uninterrupted, and also a culture brand agency called The Robot Company, along with expanded production. And of course, the big news, we were talking about it off air. Cam Newton is in New England. I'm excited. That's my dog. Go Patriots. For the latest headlines in and around our community, follow me on Twitter at MikeB_news. Live in the Black Educated and Broke newsroom. I'm Mike B. These are your headlines.
Yes, thank you, Mike B. For
Go Cam. Go Cam.
all those updates, and that is exciting with his handsome self. But I didn't even actually know he wasn't playing. How long has he not been playing?
He was just injured.
Cut. He was injured last season.
He was injured.
Yeah.
So for a year, he hasn't been playing.
Yeah, about
Then he played a little last year. Then in the beginning of the season before he got injured.
He played the first 2
He hurt his foot, and then he went back out.
Tried to play through it, and it wasn't working. It wasn't working.
Okay, but no, shout out to all of that. And guys, like you said, we can always find all of these updates. And wait, there was one other story, because when you talked about Joy Reid, like, come on, Black excellence.
Yeah, but that's funny though. In primetime cable news, you mean to tell me no sister and all the women you know that have been correspondents on April Ryan, CNN, Donna Brazile, of course, Donna Brazile now Fox News.
Donna Brazile.
Joy Reid, I hope she get it. Like all these rumors, it's got to be true. So I'm waiting on it.
All right, guys. Well, go ahead. You gonna say something, Q?
No. I'm agreeing. I think that's dope as hell. I just got a new crush on one of our correspondents. She's so fun.
Who? What's her name?
Lord
Which
have
one?
mercy. Actually, I didn't even know her name. I just seen her up around the building. But she sits in for what's my boy that come on in the evening? Don Lemon sometimes. I'm so mad I can't think of it. Hold on, I Googled her.
That's okay, because when we edit this show, we're going to insert her name and in her picture in this video. Bam, there she is with her fine ass. Okay. As Q finds that, we're going to keep it rolling, guys. We're going to jump into another break. Actually, Q, that's perfect. I'm going to give you the break to go find it. When you come back, you're going to drop it for us, because then when we come back, also, I'm going to let y'all know what's going on in the city. Are you celebrating the 4th, or was you good just for June 19th? What's going to be open in Atlanta? Like the COVID numbers, it's so much to talk about in the city of Atlanta. If you want to know, I need you to keep listening right here on Black, Educated, and Broke. Are you sitting at your desk right now, bored out of your mind, tired of listening to all of these songs in the same old playlist? Well, do me a favor. Go to the Apple Podcast or SoundCloud and listen to Black, Educated, and Broke. We're going to give you lots of laugh, giggles, and lots of life. You heard it first with Randy O. All right, we are back here on Black, Educated, and Broke. And right before the break, Q was trying to let us know about this fine CNN analyst, correspondent, whatever. Who is this person, Q?
Man, I got to give a disclaimer first, all right?
Wait a minute.
Let's zoom in on this.
First of all, I know how I am about women, especially black women. Fine as hell. Now, her name is Laura Coates, and I had seen her, but I ain't seen her, so I was like, oh, she's fine.
Yes, sir.
But then I seen her hold down the big chair for Don Lemon, and I had to loosen my pants. Like, wait a minute, who is that?
Loosen the pants?
Yeah, you know how when you eating and you got to loosen up so you have a little more space?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, she bad. Shout out to Laura Coates. She's one of my new favorites.
And did you say she's from Atlanta? Where's she from?
No, she's not from Atlanta. She's, I believe, from Brooklyn. Don't get me to lie. I don't care nothing about that. We talk about the future. New York is her past.
Yeah, she does. Don't she do like Sirius XM? She does radio.
She does a few things. They're actually considering her to take over for Alex Trebek on Jeopardy.
Oh, I would love that. I would love that.
I love it.
Alex.
I love it. She'll get the job. She'll get it.
Yeah, that'd be real dope.
Okay, yeah. So for guys who's like, what is Laura Coates? What does Laura Coates look like? Yeah, this thing called Google, we got you covered. Or when you watch this, or when you go back and watch this video on our YouTube page, which is Black, Educated, and Broke, you can see for yourself, okay? But nevertheless, let's keep it moving, because we want to talk about what's going on in the city, guys. This is the big weekend, but there's been a lot of different restrictions. So it's one of the stories I wanted to talk about, because this was like an update for today. Actually, one of the, Edgar E.T.Z. with WSB, he sent me this email. He said Georgia had its biggest one-day jump, and this was on Wednesday, of confirmed cases. Another 2,946 numbers jump of cases in one day. And, so now they're trying to, Go ahead.
I don't get it. Like, are y'all testing that many people in a day? Or that's how many tests that's come back and confirmed that they had it in a day? Like, I don't know.
And that's what it's a mixture of. It's a mix of the signs. It's a mixture of more testing being available. So all those tests, some tests are taking a couple days, some are taking about a week. All of them are coming back in. On top of the fact that, it's starting to spread because they're trying to stay a lot of this.
County got it bad.
Well, actually, today the biggest one was Cobb and Douglas. Cobb County.
So they got out west of the city now because Gwinnett other week had took over. Gwinnett had the most of the week.
Yeah, of the week. But
that's good. It's getting out the city. Y'all stop coming into the city. If you don't live in the city of Atlanta, stay out.
But wait, no, Douglas County. Wait, turn down.
I know, yeah.
That's Maya and them out there in Alabama.
Okay, so
but
take that in. There's more though I want to share also about some things that's going to be open because like the governor of Georgia, he hasn't mandated us to wear masks, even though Savannah, the city of Savannah, they mandated it earlier this week that you got to wear a mask. And like Mike was saying during one of our breaks that he's going to go on a tour, I guess you can say, for lack of better words, to promote people to wear a mask. Mm-hmm. But so this weekend, if you guys want to go out and do anything for the 4th of July, this is what's going to be open. So the malls are open, like Lennox Mall, Perimeter Mall, but they are closing at 6:00 p.m. Let's say first the government, they're going to observe the 3rd as a national holiday since the 4th is on a Saturday, but you know how we all feel about that. Liquor stores. The liquor stores are supposed to be open, y'all, but it's going to be at the discretion of the owner, okay? If you guys want to go get
liquor always open. We appreciate it.
Right.
I just want to let them
know. Some of them be open on Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Absolutely.
So y'all find the one for you, but I'm sure they're going to be lit. And if you guys are trying to go on the grill, like I hope, Mike B is going to do for Ron's birthday this coming weekend, all the grocery stores are open, but they are closing some of them a little earlier because of it. So make sure you check your local, whoever, grocery store to find out your times. And as far as everything else, okay, here's the thing about the nightlife. So they have all these day parties. They have all of these clubs and stuff going on. And what I say to people, make your own discretion because 9 out of 10, nobody's really wearing a mask inside of the club, right? But if you go in there, you see that everybody is touching like this, gone on and fall back. Because I will say, when I have went out, I have made sure that I'm either in the clutch with my friends. But if we go to some place and it's too many people, we go out. We're like, no, we're not going in there. So I say to y'all, I know people feel like it's kind of overrated. Please be careful because, clearly something is happening. So I just don't put yourself more at risk. And that's all I got for what's in the city.
Bring your own wipes to Sweet Lounge because they be up in there. Since Sweet men
and I don't do Sweet.
Oh my God.
I have not been going to Sweet Lounge because that's one of the ones that I feel like has been too damn crowded. Like, no, I have not went to Sweet Lounge.
When I've gone past it on a Friday and Saturday, the numbers don't seem as big as they were before all of this took place.
Yeah.
But people definitely be there.
Yeah, they do be. There was like a line out the door, and I'm like, oh no, honey.
Them Insta stories tell on everybody.
So listen. So this weekend, I worked at Paint Tip Socialize. I filled in this weekend, and even then, I like how they set it up where it wasn't close. But he was like, we ain't putting no shit on social media because we don't want to give the bad impression. Even though it was like he had it social distancing, but they be talking about you got to be careful what you put out there because even if you are doing it right, people gonna judge. So I say to people, whatever you put out there, just be mindful. Somebody got some stuff to say. If you don't want anybody calling you out, you might not need to post it. Okay? And that's what's going on in this city. But before I wrap it up, what are y'all doing for the 4th? Q, I didn't get to ask you what you got up this weekend.
I work. So
okay.
I work the late shift, but I'll probably get up in the morning. I ain't doing too much, man. One of my dogs moved here from back home. And he asked me to come over. I might go over there. It's just him and this lady. So they don't really be doing too much. I might just go chill, have a cigar, have a couple brews. I ain't heard nothing else. He hit me up like, come through. So
what about Ron's birthday, though?
I know, but y'all ain't say nothing about no plan.
Because there ain't no plan.
Exactly. See? That's what I'm saying, man. Yeah, I know
he said he got to work the late shift. He got to work the late.
I better tell Q what's going on.
Look, I'm still working on the 4th day of July too. That's what I'm calling it now. The 4th day.
The 4th day of July.
All right, so the whole thing
radio's
about that,
on.
Man, listen, I grew up. I guess growing up celebrating, this is a holiday. We I don't know if I say that we actually celebrate. What even calls?
It's just an off day to light the
Why is
grill
it as
up.
a celebration? Like, I just want to hang with my people.
Black folk all we need is a reason, and we can light the grill.
Yeah,
That's
that's
it.
all we
That's
have.
all
Somebody
we
call you,
need.
your auntie call you and say, I got a promotion today. What hell? Let's get some
Oh,
meat.
cool. We coming through. Exactly. So let me know if we do it. So I might be able to finagle Saturday and Sunday. You know, we socially distance. And Ron, I might need you to stop by my spot and give me a stick. I cash app you, G.
All right, that's a bet.
Okay,
I'm definitely gonna finish my last one here in the next couple of days.
Hey, but if y'all go somewhere and it's too crowded, all you gotta do is turn on that COVID-19 thing on your phone. It'll let you know who got it.
What is that?
I tried it actually.
Check your phone. It's a
I tried it.
COVID-19 thing on your phone.
Yeah, I
It's
tried
on
it
there.
when I was at the Slutty Vegan line. I tried it, but you have to download the app for it.
Okay, y'all
slid
gonna.
it in there.
Okay,
Mike, how
we're
was
gonna put
that?
up on
Did
the
you get free
social.
food?
Yeah, it was just hot. I was wearing a mask. The line was all the way down to Westview, and it was a lot.
It was just a lot because a lot always going down in the city. So we're going to have to take a little quick break. It's always popping up in Atlanta, guys. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and keep this show moving when we get back. Ron's rundown, and you know we got to talk about the BET Awards. How was it, Ron, in a quick thing? How was it?
Actually, I enjoyed it. It was a good show.
All right.
Okay, I thought he was going to say something snap, and he did. And if you want to know why was it a good show, keep listening when we come back right here on Black, Educated, and Broke.
Yes, sir. It's your boy Ron, bringing you Ron's Rundown. Nothing but that hip-hop fire and straight sports knowledge. Black, Educated, and Broke is now in the building. You should be too. Let's go.
All righty, guys, and we're back here on Black, Educated, and Broke. Got my boy Ron, I got Q, I got Mike B, I got Maya Pooh, and I got the best producer ever, Zaina. And we're talking about what things are going on in Atlanta. And before we left, we were going to go ahead and talk about Ron's in the city. Ron's in the city. Ron's rundown.
He will be this weekend.
But I want to.
in parking in the handicap spot. But anyway.
He got jokes. But I did want to
I'll
get
do
one
it as long
last.
as I don't get no ticket. I'm with it.
Oh,
That's ridiculous.
child. Oh my God. But I did want to add one last thing for we being in the city because there was a couple of restrictions. So Georgia recently and Tennessee has joined the list of states where they're having restrictions for New York and New Jersey. And what basically is saying, if you are from Tennessee or Georgia, and it's a couple of states, but specifically for Georgia, and you plan to visit the states of New York or New Jersey in the near future, you should plan for an extended stay. What they're saying is for anyone, I'm going to read this directly. Travelers from both of these states or any of the states listed, which I'm going to list them, will join a list that will require them to quarantine for 14 days once they have arrived in the Empire or Garden State. So this is to help design the preventive COVID-19. So what it looks like, as soon as you get there, you got to quarantine, make sure you're okay. If you good, then you can go hang out in these states, in the state of New York and New Jersey. And the states where they're doing that too, because I guess of the high cases, Arkansas, Arizona, California, Florida, Georgia, Iowa, Idaho, Louisiana, Mississippi, North Carolina, Nevada, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, and Utah. That's a lot of states.
Wow.
Yeah, Texas was doing that because when my brother went in May, he's been there because he had to self-quarantine for 14 days and it extended his stay a little bit, and now he just hasn't come back. But
so Texas is doing what the tri-state is doing. You coming from really, really hot spots. Wow.
Yeah,
but that's been going on
Texas,
since May.
They just shut down all their bars.
They
and
did
stuff
because
in Florida.
Texas was doing good, but
they doing another shutdown.
Those
they
spiked.
shut it down.
It spiked up.
Texas Texans are strange individuals. All love you, Randy, but we do know Texas think they their own state anyway.
We are our own state.
Country.
Everybody's their own state.
No, you know what I mean. Y'all think y'all own United States.
What are you right? The Lone Star. Remember they the Lone Star. Remember they the Lone Star.
It's ridiculous. Them folks was down there talking about spirit lives matter, man.
What lives?
Spirit lives, because they shutting down the bars.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. I've seen the bar lives matter and all that. Because I can't stand it. They want to blame it on the protesting in numbers. And don't get me wrong, it's probably some people that may have been affected in protesting, but at the end of the day, protesting has nothing to do with these spikes. South Carolina protesting, no, Myrtle Beach, because everybody wants to go to the beach.
Go to the beach.
That's why it's hot, and they wide open.
Oh, speaking of wide open, Ron's rundown, BET wide open on them screens. What happened, dog?
All right, so we got a lot to cover, so I'm gonna run through this as fast as I possibly can. So shout out to Professor Harris, Atlanta's own T.I. will be soon adding his educator to his resume. T.I. is joining hip hop scholar Dr. Melva K. Williams at the historical Clark Atlanta University.
Okay.
This fall, he's gonna be teaching business of trap music. So just because you make trap music, you ain't gotta get trapped in a bum ass contract. So he's gonna be teaching y'all how to deal with that. Now, y'all know I told y'all last week.
Wait, because Maya, we gotta address Maya. She's a Clark Atlanta alumnus. So tell us, what's all that here? Maya?
Why are you teaching the trap business class in the middle of the trap?
Because all the kids want to get in the trap. Let them teach.
They want to get
trap. That is a part of the glorification problem that we have associated with HBCUs. However,
go ahead, Maya.
However, if you would like to teach a class about anything business-wise, with it being media, please do not call it trap. Just do business in media, or business in the music industry, or business how you see it. I don't. Child, continue on, because
Maya's not for your shenanigans right now.
At all.
Professor.
So I told y'all last week I'm sick and tired of COVID messing with my sports. So UGA confirms 143 positive COVID-19 cases. Y'all know my team is the Georgia Bulldogs. So as of right now, none of those are football players, but they're still too close from home.
Yes.
We still teetering, not knowing if we even gonna have a football season. So hopefully
they're gonna play 3 college games and that's it.
Don't say that, Mike. Please don't.
Did you see Clemson numbers? Have you seen Clemson numbers?
Clemson numbers are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Ryan, I'm sorry, man. I don't want to spoil your birthday, but football season's over, my guy.
Don't do that to me, man. Don't do that to me, man.
We're going to have Major League Soccer. They in the bubble.
Oh, you going to have that, and you going to have baseball.
I'm about to start watching golf. They say, I think golf going to start back. I guess I'm going to be watching that. Man, the Brooklyn Nets are in trouble, man. They got 2 players that tested positive for COVID. Spencer Dinwiddie. Huh?
You seen they starting 5?
Yeah, it's gone. They're going to have to go to the G League to get some help because they lost Spencer Dinwiddie and DeAndre Jordan to COVID-19. KD not playing, Kyrie not playing.
He hurt.
Wilson Chandler, he not playing. So they're going to probably have to turn to the D League to get some help.
Dinwiddie? You didn't say that. He just tested positive.
Who?
Dinwiddie just tested positive.
Yeah, I just said that. Yeah, he tested him and DeAndre Jordan.
My bad.
Yeah, him and DeAndre Jordan. Both of them tested positive.
So the Brooklyn Nets got invited to the thing in Orlando?
Yeah,
they might as well stay on at the house. Let Atlanta go.
Listen, they need to rename their team the Gentrified Nets because the 35 looks like the new Brooklyn, G. I didn't recognize it. I said, who's these white boys they just got out of? There's no way they play for the Brooklyn Nets.
I'm done for the day. I'm done.
Hey, man.
It's terrible.
It's looking bad for the Brooklyn Nets, so we'll see
they need to go ahead and do what the Hawks is doing and be like, no, we're not coming.
They may have to do that. They may have to.
Hawks got involved in politics. Moving on.
All right, now, for the first virtual 2020 BET Awards hosted by the beautiful Amanda Seale, I was gonna do a good, bad, and an ugly, but to be honest with you, I really liked the show. I didn't really have too many bads. The only bads I really had was Wayne Brady did the tribute to Little Richard. He did a good tribute, but that hairpiece he had on, I don't know what that shit was.
Wayne Brady.
If Little Richard was alive, he would have said a wop bop loop bop, or what the fuck is that? That shit was some bullshit, but I get it. You didn't come up with it, so you know you gotta do what you gotta do. Even though Summer Walker looked good as hell, god damn.
No.
Usher's performance was a little boring.
Dry.
It was a little dry, a little boring, but you know Summer was looking good. But to begin the show, and this was probably my favorite part of BET Awards, y'all know the iconic song by Public Enemy, "Fight the Power."
Yeah. Fight the Power.
Bro, they come into the show with like a remix of it. It's Public Enemy, Nas the God, Rhapsody, YG, and The Roots doing a Fight the Power
Wow.
remix. Man,
Oh, I
This
saw
ain't-
that. I
so,
saw that video. It was really,
was
really
dope.
good. Little baby.
That was
not Lil
my
Baby.
favorite part of the whole show. Y'all know my boy Ryder Rich had to hold it down, man, for Nipsey. He won the best album of the year for Please Excuse Me for being antisocial, and he did two performances. He performed by himself, and then he performed with one of them damn babies, the baby. They did Rockstar, man. They had a pretty good performance.
Was
that
they
was posted on
distance?
our page.
Huh?
That's posted on the IG page.
Yep.
Yeah.
Were they distance? How did people performing together? They was on two different screens or something?
No, it was Baby was
They
on the
social
ground
distance.
and Ryder was on top of a car.
Oh, okay.
Megan Thee Stallion won Best Hip Hop Female Artist. Then she performed. She shook all that ass. Hey, Megan.
Didn't she?
One thing about Megan, she don't show that ass.
With them good knees of
I can't even
hers.
knock her. In a world full of butt injections, I will take that booty.
You gonna
I
have
don't think
to.
it's fake though.
Oh,
Huh?
I don't think it's fake
I don't
either.
think it's
It's
fake.
not.
I didn't say it was.
You didn't
Oh.
say
I
that.
said the word of butt injection.
He said all the.
I said a world full of butt injections.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But yeah, good job with that, Megan. I enjoyed
You
the show.
have to get you some hearing aids for your birthday.
Y'all know Jennifer Hudson, man. She took him to church. John Legend and Alicia Keys. They had beautiful performances as well.
Oh, Alicia sang. Is she
Oh, yeah.
still hoarse?
Yeah,
Is she still
She put
hoarse?
on
or
makeup
something?
and everything.
She had on makeup.
he had on
Alicia
makeup.
Keys.
Yeah,
Oh,
Oh,
I was
wow.
surprised too. I was
Lil Wayne
surprised
did
too.
his tribute to Kobe Bryant by performing his song Kobe Bryant. Something that came on in the commercials, No Limit, Rough Rider, and Uptown Records are all getting docuseries on BET. So as soon as
Heard
those
about
come
that.
out,
I
I'll
thought they already
be
did
watching.
that. They already did that.
What?
The
The
docuseries.
docuseries on there.
Not No Limit, Rough Rider, and
No,
Uptown
that just
Records?
came out. No, that just came out.
No,
They're about to do a
I'm saying-
docuseries.
I watched it. Maybe okay. It was
No
okay.
Limit?
Let me backtrack. It wasn't a docu-series, but they did do like a series on BET where they took each of those record labels and they did a story on them. It was like because they did.
Well, they're doing something new because
Yeah.
they damn sure brought it up.
I
in
know
the
what you're talking
commercial.
about, cute. Yeah.
They
Are you
did
talking about
Red
Tails?
They did
No.
Uptown. They did Rough Riders. They did.
I know what Q talking about.
I
When
know
was this
too.
last year? Was that last year, right?
That was like 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Almost
But they doing them again because
Yeah,
they
this
in
is
the
all
commercial.
about No Limit. But
Yeah,
yeah, I
it's
know what you're
like
talking
a few episodes or something that they gonna do.
That's fire.
With
Yeah,
like
they doing
Mia,
fire.
with Mia, Mystical Silk, Master P, and I
Yeah.
think somebody else was on that
See,
list. too.
murder. No, he in prison. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
he ain't gonna make it. He ain't
He
gonna
about
make
to
it.
get out.
I
Is
hope
he?
so.
He's
I
supposed to get
hope
out
He's
last
supposed to be
year.
getting out.
I hope so.
He's supposed to be coming out last year.
Yeah, he's supposed to be getting out.
Queen Beyonce, she wins the 2020 BET Humanitarian Award.
Oh,
Shout out
let me
to
be
the
quiet.
For writing a
Let me be
letter
quiet.
for
Let me be
Breonna?
quiet. Let me be quiet.
Huh?
For writing a letter for Breonna
Well, you
Taylor?
said it. You said it.
I don't understand. What
Why
she
y'all
do?
hating on Queen B? She's
Long
a
as the
humanitarian.
producer don't wrap this up. We need
I'm
another
curious.
minute. She won the what award for doing what now?
Humanitarian? For what?
Watch it, Q. They'll tell you
For the
everything.
band. For the band. You know, she did a documentary. You know, you do a documentary, you win humanitarian award. But anyway,
Oh my God, y'all better get out Queen B.
Lord have mercy.
who was the legend? Who got the legend award?
One
You know, they always do the icon, the music. They do they do an OG from the music. They didn't do that.
Mm-mm.
Nobody got it.
Is that the hip hop award she talking
But
about?
why you brought that
No,
up?
ma'am, baby. No, ma'am.
Why you brought
Everybody
that
is
up,
always. They've honored everybody at the BET Awards from Michael
They
Jackson,
do every
Anita
time.
Baker, Maya Young, the pet. Stay over there. Stay
Oh,
over there.
they did.
Who they? That's what I'm saying. Who they on?
Aretha Franklin. Didn't Jennifer?
That was
Her movie's coming out, yeah. Jennifer Hudson
Yeah,
is playing
it
Aretha
probably was.
Franklin
It probably
in
was
her
for
movie.
her because she's doing the movie. She sang the song.
Yeah, so
Oh,
that's
okay.
coming
Usually
out.
it's a whole tribute.
A whole tribute. I'm surprised
Yeah.
they didn't do a tribute. Mhm.
But look out for that. Other than that, man, I like the fact that the Black Lives Matter movement was all over the show, as well as the history of BET, because BET is truly historic. So that's all I got for the rundown, man. Follow me on Twitter at MRFYPM if I missed something, or let me know what you like.
How old is BET now?
Yeah, how old is
40 years old?
40.
40
All right.
years. Now, I do want to go over a couple other winners that I know you may not have mentioned, but the best female R&B pop artist was Lizzo. The best male R&B pop artist was Chris Brown. There you go,
Wait a minute.
Maya.
They done put R&B and pop together. Oh my
Yes,
Uh-huh.
it's trifling, but
God. That is ridiculous.
The best group was the Migos.
Hey.
The best Right, I like that. The best collaboration, which I was kind of shocked, but Chris Brown featuring Drake, No Guidance.
What are you shocked about? What are you shocked
I
about?
thought it was a
Turn
better,
the mic off,
it was a better collaboration than that one personally.
Hold on, say that again, Randy.
So the best collaboration was Chris Brown and Drake, No Guidance. But here are the options. You had DJ Khaled featuring Nipsey Hussle, John Legend, Higher. You had Future featuring Drake, Life is Good. You had Her featuring YG Slide. And you had Megan Thee Stallion featuring Nicki, Ty Dolla, Hot Girl Summer. Oh, and you had Wale featuring Jeremiah on Chill. So I kind of feel
that was the shit. And
right.
And Drake won?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
can see that.
Thank you.
That
like
was
On
a banger.
Chill.
That was a summer banger for real.
Thank you.
Out of
That
all
was
those-
a banger.
You know what? On Chill will at the Song Train Awards. That's their win there.
Oh yeah.
Okay, here's another thing. We have the best male hip hop artist, that was the baby. The best he said the best female. The video of the year was the Higher. That was the video of the year with the winner.
Okay.
The video director was Tiana Spike Taylor. Come on, Spike Lee Taylor that was the winner. And the we want to talk about the gospel people. What is this called? What they call the
Bobby
gospel
Jones
folks?
there? Was he there? Was Uncle
He
Bobby?
was there. It's called the Dr. Bobby Jones Best Gospel Inspiration. The winner was Kirk Franklin, Just for Me. And the best movie, Queen and Slim.
Okay.
Best actress.
Me neither.
Best actress, Issa Rae.
Okay.
Best actor.
Girl.
The best actor was Michael B. Jordan.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Young Stars Award, which I love because she went off of people on Instagram, was Marseille Martin, and that's the girl who plays on Blackish.
Yeah,
Y'all
she was on Little.
She is growing up.
Did y'all see her
Yes.
Instagram where she clapped people who had an issue with her wig at the BET Awards?
Yeah.
Now that wig was a little too grown for her. That wig was a
Got
little
that
too
mess from
grown.
y'all.
She's 16 years
She's
old and she at the
16.
house. She
Yeah.
all
Got
right.
that mess from y'all.
Oh, here he goes.
I don't
Don't
remember.
get Uncle Daddy
Wrap it up.
started.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait a minute. The last thing, the sportswoman of the year was Simone Biles.
That's
The
good.
sportsman of the year was LeBron James.
Of course.
Right.
The BET Her Award, which that's new, that was Beyonce featuring Blue Ivy, Wiz the Kids, St. John, Brown Skin Girl, which I don't know. Is that Brown Skin Girl? Is that song?
I have no
No.
idea.
Was that the song that was on The Lion King?
I think
It was
so.
on the soundtrack. It was on Lion
Brown
King
Skin
soundtrack.
Girl.
You mean Beyonce's album? That's not a Lion King soundtrack. Anyway,
And then I
Period.
have two other
That
topics
part.
here. The Viewer's Choice Award was Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj, Hot Girl Summer. And
That's
the
a
best
viewer's choice. I view the hell out that.
Oh my God.
And lastly, the best international act was Burna Boy, which I love that
Yeah,
song.
Burna Boy.
Yes. I loved it. So those are all the winners. So thank you, Ron, for giving us the rundown.
I ain't even
We
got to go
all-
watch it now. Thank you, sir.
We're all caught
Randy
up,
for those
guys.
awards. I'm caught up now. I'm good.
All right, guys.
Glad I
So
can help y'all out.
thank you, Ron. So we're going to take another break, guys, before we jump into something different. Originally, we had, Jackass of the Week. We still do that, but we don't have a Jackass of this week. But Q got something else, and it's like calling it Qonversations with Q. I ain't even going to tease what it's going to be about, but we know how Q, the damn fool. So you want to know. So keep listening right here on Black, Educated, and Broke.
Black Educated and Broke can be found on many platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, and our iHeartRadio music app. So if you need somewhere to listen but don't want to download a bunch of apps, choose one of those. You're bound to have one of them on your phone, right? Right? That's what I thought. Black Educated and Broke, Season 3, coming right at you.
All right, guys, we are here back on Black, Educated, and Broke with something new, and it's we're calling it Qonversations with Q. So Mike B came up with this genius title topic. Mike B, what was the inspiration? Where that came from?
Just in our planning to see what bro was gonna do for this show, and when he mentioned what he was gonna talk about, I was like, you know what? Because one thing about Q, our sisters may not agree, that they like to flame your bro, but when we do have conversations, it's the perspective that you offer and how you bring it to the table. So I was like, in our show plan and doing what I do as Randy's secretary and the news director, I was just writing, and I was like, we're just gonna call it Conversations with Q. That's it.
Yes. So Q, your conversation today about the whole August Alsina. What's going on? It's been trending with Jade and Pinkett. Q, come on, let's have a conversation.
What is going on?
First of all, if you ever mess with a chick with a guy, you got a role to play, all right? Your role is to shut the F up. Okay. Don't mess up a good thing, all right? If she gonna throw you the box on the side, I didn't been in situations where I didn't seen them together and I ain't speak or I knew him, he ain't my partner. I shook his hand, dapped him up. Boy, that's the beauty of some men can handle that responsibility and move on. That's one reason why women can cheat so well and get away with it. Because some of them won't say anything, won't comment, won't nothing. You won't even know the shit is happening. But will text you like, I saw you looking good. I like them pants on you. And inside, I'm feeling all like, okay, I'm going to knock this out later because I know she's going to tell him that she's leaving. So the thing with August Alsina, long story short or short story long, apparently over years, we've all speculated that Will and Jada has had an open relationship or open marriage where, they invite people in and they do their thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was long speculated that August Alsina was Jada's little boo. He was staying with them at one point.
Oh.
He was a part of the family. They on vacation. He's with them. So, black people, no, your business ain't your business. It's
Come on.
It
it's
is
all
not.
about business.
So that was the speculation. So recently, he's been going through his mental anguish, dealing with a brother and a sister, raising 3 children. And on Angela Yee yesterday, he came out and said that Will Smith gave him the blessing mess around with Jada.
Whoa.
Why would you tell somebody that? Why would you even tell that?
Listen, this is the suckerest shit I've ever heard of. All right. Jada fine. And if we had a chance, we probably would take it. But we not going to test it globally. Like, we might tell the partner, listen, nigga, I just hit Jada Pinkett. No, you didn't. Okay. And go. But you own a syndicated radio host show talking about the situation of what's going on. Like, if you want sympathy for what you got going on and your mental problems, cool, see a therapist. Talk to somebody who has a patient, client, whatever the confidentiality thing is.
Right.
Where they can't tell nobody. But to come on and to broadcast,
NDA.
Millions of people are going to see it. These people have been married for years. All right?
Yeah.
So even if it is not true or is true, don't bring that kind of strife and division inside. If they cool with it, cool. But maybe it wasn't supposed to get out. So now you causing an issue within their dynamic. All right? So I just think that as a man, some things you're just supposed to keep to yourself. As I told Ron that pissed him off one day, have some integrity. All you gotta do is have some integrity. So I don't know. Y'all gotta give me y'all take on it. I don't think it's cool, but I think what kind of spurred it and sent it in a little further spiral. One day, Will was on Red Table Talk with Jada. He said, if I got a joker on this end of the house and you got a joker on that end of the house, we all still gonna be under the same roof and we still gonna be in this together. So that doesn't really help her case.
Yeah, Jada said that.
A spokesperson's come out and said that this is not true, but it don't help the case. And even if it's not true, niggas is still side-eyeing y'all because the rumors, where there's smoke, there's what?
Fire.
Thank you, Maya.
You're welcome.
Beautiful. I got a question.
I remember like last year or 2018, August Alsina came out with that song that had something about Jada in it.
Corey.
Yes.
And then there was a video. There was a video where August Alsina had like a black eye, and somebody said Will caught up to him.
Maybe I ain't see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that you should keep some things. You should keep things like this to yourself. Like, I don't know. I guess I can't give an example. But as a okay, they're married. All right.
Right.
With
the
kids.
dynamic of their marriage, that's something they will want to keep inside. And they probably told him that and was like, listen, I'm gonna allow you to knock off my wife. But that's something that needs to stay in-house. And he should respect it.
But they also came out and said that they were evolving from marriage to life partners. So
wait, what?
It is a difference, though.
This is what I personally think, honestly. So, from a PR standpoint, okay, August Alsina, didn't he just drop an album like a couple days ago?
It's a great album. It is
I think
great.
he has not, because I was the August Alsina fan, and I believe he hadn't had an album in 5 years. So you ain't really been on the stand with music. Okay, with the whole Jada Pinkett and Will Smith, they've been in the news for swingers. They've bounced back. They can eat that shit. It's okay. So, but at the same time, they're gonna be okay. I wouldn't be surprised if they had a full conversation how we can spend this so we can all get this album out, get money and things. So I kind of think it was strategic. Absolutely. Like, talking to Angela Yee, we know this is about to be explosive. Like, I don't see him moving recklessly without a strategy. So I think it has to do with PR and for his album personally.
But think about this, though. Even though he wasn't supposed to tell it, sleeping with Jada Pinkett has got to raise your stock a little bit.
Come on.
I mean,
with a new album out, too?
No.
I hope my stock raises when I take down Meg Thee Stallion.
Ron,
what?
Have some integrity, because that does not raise your stock by telling it. The stock is rose by doing it. So say I go out here and I knock my shine off. It ain't going to be, hey, if I go on and blast, hey, look, hey, y'all, I just hit Chicago. That don't raise it, that fucks it up, because now I can't get it no more.
Because you running
can't get it no more,
true.
but you already got it, though.
True.
This is what I feel like. You ain't can't get it no more, but you already got it. And you still gonna look like that nigga to some people. Like, yeah, you fucked up for running your mouth, but damn, like, nigga, you win it. You
lame as
still
hell.
a win.
I actually don't think it's not really backfiring on August as y'all think it is. Like, it's honestly going back. It's going back on Jada, because the way it happened, how they met. No, not even that. Like, when they met, he was going through an opioid addiction, and he had just lost his brother. He had lost his sister to cancer. He was taken into the 4 nieces, and he was getting diagnosed with his autoimmune disorder. So he was going through a lot of things physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And then she came in and took him under her wing to help him heal and to help him come to terms with his healing.
At the house?
Yeah. So it kind of seems like the way it's looking.
It's physical healing.
Jada prayed on him.
What it's turning into is Jada manipulated
She prayed over
him.
All right. Yeah, she did. She prayed over him.
That's what it's looking into. That's the way the story is spinning.
Man. It sounds like victim blaming.
It sounds like if it was a man, and if it was a man who did this to a young and upcoming artist that was a female, it wouldn't have the same.
It wouldn't be the same, would it?
Exactly.
So look, I want to share
I'm going to let you share, Reid. Let me say this one quick thing. This is, all right, so as a male, like, I used to go to my mom's job. Like, I'd pop up, or she had to do something, and I go in. And fellas, y'all probably can relate. How many of the women in there be like, oh, this your son? Oh, he is so cute. Oh, I'm going to get him that. Men can't do that. Like, it's a double standard when it comes to that. So it's saying that makes
you get you punched in your face, bro.
Exactly.
You know how many of them old ladies, I was like, I'll be 18 next week. Yeah.
That when I got grown, pulling up at the job. How Michael is now? He'll be 21 in a couple of months. Oh, for real?
Yeah.
But hey, I was gonna say, so like I got the video up. I'm gonna share with you guys the little snippet that August Alsina put on his page with him talking to Angela Yee. I want to share it, and I want to see if y'all can y'all see the screen of him, right? Let's see if we can hear this. Can y'all hear this?
I want to honor myself, and I want to honor my authenticity. And if honoring my authenticity means you hate me, stone me, shoot me, crucify me, whatever, bury me an honest man.
All right. So I guess whatever he had to say, he was being honest. It is what it is. He said this is
Sound like
true.
he's still going through.
It ain't about being honest. It's about shutting the F up when you're in these type of situations.
Because you messed it up for some of us other guys who might be there one day.
He was just trying to show love to Jada. Because at the end of the day, he said he could die today and he would know that he gave his all to Jada. He was honest and pure with that.
At the house, he gave it. She prayed, he gave it at the house. Beautiful.
He put her tongue in
People that's in these famous relationships, they may have deals like this. Me personally, I'm hoping that D-Wade and Gabrielle Union got this kind of situation because I want to take Gabrielle down through them. So I'm praying they got this kind of situation.
Right. All right, guys. Well, nevertheless, Q, actually, I enjoyed that. So, guys, we might do a little bit more of this Conversations with Q, because we never know what we're going to see. Head over to our Facebook page, head over to our Instagram, and let's join in on the conversation. Do you feel like August Alsina was wrong for having his interview about what was going on with his personal relationship with Jada Pinkett? We want to know what you think. Go over to at Black Educated and Broke on Facebook, on Instagram, and join the conversation on Twitter at BEBpodcast_ATL. So, guys, that's about going to be the close of the show. We're going to take one final break and come back here and let you know what's going on next week, what to expect. So keep listening right here on Black Educated and Broke.
Hey y'all, what it do? It's your girl, it's Maya. So you're not doing anything right now? Go over to blackeducatedandbroke.com and check out my blog, The Mayan Empire. We're waiting for your feedback.
Alrighty, guys. I know y'all like, dang, that conversation was so good. The conversation with Q, as we were talking about before the break, August Alsina. It's been a dope show. We talked about the BET Awards. Like, we always got a lot of good content here on Black Educated and Broke. The BET Awards. What I said. BB. Well, you know, Black Educated and Broke Awards.
Well, you know, write that down.
Baby, we can do that. We can nominate our own. I think I may like this.
Write that down.
But guys, hope you enjoyed the show. We definitely appreciate you guys for tuning in every week. For next week, you know, we may actually have a slap it or dap it or guest. You know, we got to be a little interchangeable with people's schedules and Zoom. But I am trying to get someone on the show who actually has a band and get the whole band on here to perform something live. So that's what I'm trying to get to work coming up here. So you might want to keep on listening. Maya, can you tell them how they can follow us on social media?
You can follow us on Facebook at Black Educated and Broke, Twitter, BEBpodcast_ATL, Instagram at Black Educated and Broke.
That was
and
so
that's
precious.
It, right? Oh, and we have a website, blackeducatedandbroke.com.
And what's on the website that they can find about you, Maya?
The Mayan Empire.
That is so precious.
All right, so y'all make sure you always check that on our website. And then, Q, can you let them know how they can listen and subscribe to us?
Oh, yeah, you can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio app, Spotify, SoundCloud. For my Android people, you can listen to us on Google. What's that? FM player radio? FM.
Yep.
It's so many places, man. It's unlimited. I don't know how many times I got to tell y'all, but I'm going to tell you as many times as we got to, because I need y'all to listen as many and tell folks as possible how to listen to it as easy as possible. And we on YouTube. So for my people, go check us out on YouTube as well.
Yeah, and I do want to say, like, I've been kind of listening at our numbers and stuff. Like, thank y'all. Like, y'all done came back to fool with the kids, you know, because we had, like, great numbers last season. And y'all right back still filling us with all the time. I do want to encourage you guys more to, we appreciate you listening, but go ahead and watch us. We are a video medium this season. So if you want to see what we're looking about when we're talking, head over to our, like you said, YouTube page, Black Educated and Broke, and get in there. So as we get to wrap this show, I just want to say personally, happy early birthday again to you, Ron. You're pretty dope. I'm glad that I got to know you. And when we first started, I think I was really fond of Ron because I feel like he thought I was like judging me, thought I was like a hoe or something. But we ended up finding a medium, and he became somebody I grew to respect and love. So I hope that you have a beautiful birthday and many more to come. And on that note,
make sure you get some rest. You know, you got to get rest before you start.
Mike kiss my ass.
Mike will keep coming for
Mike
you.
on your ass. Yeah.
But you know what? This is a chance, Ron, for you to flip the board. And, you know, even though he's coming at you, you can still do something nice and say something positive with our next segment, and that we end on. And the church said, it's on you, Ron.
When there's blood, play in the mud.
No, nigga.
What? Nasty. Go, Ron.
I'm not supposed to know what that means.
You know
Mike,
right?
Mike seemed to think it's funny because I am the oldest. But I got to say, I got to thank God for every day that he allowed me to be here, because
that's right.
You know, even in these times we're going through right now, I could have been one of these people on the news. I could have been one of the many names, and I'm not. I'm out here living my life and continuing my own journey. So thank you, God, for everything you've given me. Thank you for everything you shall give me. In your great name, I pray, amen.
Hey, man. Yes.
Thank you, Deacon. Thank you, Deacon.
That was amazing. It's been your girl, Randy O.
Mike B.
It's Maya.
It's your boy, Ron, and it's about to be my birthday, shouted. Let's get it.
Sounds like somebody old. It says shouted.
Sound like Jeezy.
Yeah.
ETL for real. Never been outside of 285 and proud of it. Man, it's time to cue the takeover, man. Been a blessing. Peace.
All right, we out,
All
guys.
right,
Be
happy
safe.
birthday, Ron.
Bye. Happy
Thank
birthday.
y'all. 100 love.
Hey, man, grab your phone, grab your mama phone, grab your auntie and your granny phone, and tell them to follow us on Instagram as well as Facebook.
And that's going to be at Black Educated and Broke.
We also on YouTube, y'all. Subscribe.
And follow us on Twitter at BEBpodcast _ATL.
Now, if you forget, I'm about to kick you in the ass.
Ooh, not the A.
All right.
We in the A.